This speaker was recorded at an Addictive Eaters Anonymous workshop held in Christchurch, New Zealand in July 2019. For more information, visit www.aeainfo.org.
So this meeting is a topic meeting, and the topic is freely have you received, freely give, and that's from the 12 and 12, page 110. And we have three speakers today, and the first is Carla. Could you please come and share?
My name's Carla and I'm an addictive eater.
Hi, Carla.
And it's just a joy to be here, and thank you very much for the committee for inviting me to share. I do want to say welcome and haere mai to all the beautiful visitors. You don't feel like strangers. You don't feel like strangers. It's maybe visitors, but not strangers. So, thanks again for this topic. It's a lovely topic, and I had to go and find that quote in the 12 and 12 and look at the context for the quote, where it came from. And it's really, looking at step 12. It's looking at step 12, and it's after the bit that it says that we've had a spiritual awakening, and it's after the bit that it says that as a result of these steps. And what really came to mind when I was reading it is that we carry the message. And my sponsor reminded me this morning that nowhere does it say Carla carries the message, or I carry this message. So I'm also very grateful for the next two speakers that are coming, because they can fill in the blanks. That I will be sitting down there listening, thinking, oh, I wish I'd said that. Thank you to those speakers as well. So the joy of living is how the 12 steps, how it starts in step 12, the joy of living. And I know that this fellowship and these steps have saved my life. I have no doubt about that. They have saved my life and they have given me a life. I actually, every now and again, I think, I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't come into this fellowship when I did. But then actually I don't have to go far. I don't actually have to go far to see the unmanageability of what my life would be like. Because I see it in people around me, and just that daily struggle of life. For me, I came in to lose weight for my wedding. At the time, I was in the morbidly obese category in the doctor's graphs, in the morbidly obese category, and had been for a lot of my life. And I just didn't have any more diets in me. I didn't have any more answers. And I really wanted to lose weight for my wedding. That was all. That was the only reason that I came here, was to lose weight for my wedding. And, I did not expect a solution. I did not expect to find a way of life. I thought we would, it would be a room full of other overweight people, and we would sit around and we would talk about how it's impossible to find nice clothes, and we would talk about how, what to do in the summer for chafing in between your thighs, and we would talk about what to do if the safety belt can't fit you in the car. That's the sort of thing that it would be. And that maybe we would talk about different diets, and, because I could diet, and I had dieted, from about the time that I was about 11, was when I was on my first diet. And I could, do it for certain periods of time. So maybe you'd just give me a little bit of extra so that I could just do it for another little period of time. So then, I came in here, 12 steps. I thought, that's good. 12 steps will take me 12 weeks. I will get some new stationery and some new colour pens, and I will study that big book, and after I've studied it for 12 weeks, then I'll tell all of you how to do it. And turns out I'm a massive failure at the 12 steps. Took me years to get to that point of surrender, because, you know, surrender is not about me trying to figure it out or work it out, or new stationery or 12 weeks. You know, it's not at that place. And the point that I had to get to was the point of desperation. And at the end of the day, that point of desperation didn't come because of the food or the weight. It came because I was making the lives of people around me misery. When I say these 12 steps saved my life, they not only saved my life, they saved the lives of all these people around me who I no longer terrorise. And ultimately, it was my sponsor giving me an ultimatum, saying that she was sick of arguing with me, and she was sick of, you know, and that I wasn't changing, that I was not changing. And that's the thing about these steps, and that is the beauty of these steps, is that, you know, we get to change. You know, we have an opportunity to change. You have taken a person that is extremely self-centered in the extreme. That is who I am. That is, you know, that's me. And you have taken that and you have given me the ability to go out and be useful in the world and have a degree of honesty and a degree of tolerance and love and patience and kindness, and, you know, that is the joy of living. That is the joy of living. We were watching the cricket on Monday or Tuesday night. Monday night, must have been Tuesday night. One night we were watching the cricket, and I was there with my husband and our friend. It would have been Tuesday night. And they were talking about cricket games from 4 years ago and from 8 years ago. And they forgot the name of one of the players. And I remembered the name of this particular player, which I was, you know, quite proud of. And then afterwards, I thought about it, and I thought, you know, especially in light of this topic, you know, I get to be there. You know, the reason I remember that player's name from 4 years ago or 8 years ago is because I was there. You know, I was there, and I was there sober, and I was a part of, and I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful that I get to be a part of life, and that I'm not off somewhere either because I'm so wasted on the food that I'm not present, or I'm so caught up in my own ideas that I'm not present. You know, I get to be present today. I get to be a part of life. You know, we had that lovely meditation meeting this morning and again, that meditation meeting, you know, it's all the steps that have saved my life. It's every single one of them. And starting to go to that meditation meeting, that changed my life as well. And, you know, at the end it says, you know, we go out and we take that mindfulness into our life, and, you know, we get to be awake and we get to be alive. And there was no hope of either of those things for me when I was in the food and addicted to whatever substance was available. So I am so very, very grateful. I'm so very grateful for every single one of those steps. Sponsorship, fellowship, these meetings. The only thing that I didn't fail at with regard to the 12 steps in this fellowship was I kept coming back. You know, I was at every single meeting there was, and I never ever stopped coming back to meetings. So if that's the only thing you can do, then, you know, just keep coming back to meetings, because the answer is here, the solution is here, and I'm so very, very grateful. So thank you for your time.